Can you guys hear me? Okay, I assume that you guys can hear me. Okay, sweet. So let me try one more thing here. See if I can get. Hey, there we go. Okay, we did it. All right, I swear this is going to be the last janky stream ever. Okay, maybe not ever, but this will be the last janky stream because, um, yeah, it just will be. I'll fix it or figure something out. So, what well, first I want to say hi to everybody. So let's see. We got Bebop Jr. What's going on? We got Laid Off Pete. NFK 2026. How's it going? Blue K Knights. Good to see you. Ralph Robertson. Rat King. War Room EDC. Knives Are Life. What's going on, man? Donald Milinkovic. I think I said that right. Milinkovic. Marco. Laid Off Pete. Sean McDonald. What's going on? Mm, mm. All right. So we've got War Room EDC, El Navajero EDC, Fook Dussel, Homer Feltz, Laid Off Pete, Abigail Pierce, Someway, how's it going? Knives Are Life, Homer Feltz, Angelo, let's see who else. Gone Fishing. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you, big time. Yeah, I can do that. I just can't get a virtual webcam to work. So it is what it is, I guess. What about now? Is that better? Can you hear me now? Oh, okay. Thank goodness. Like I said, guys, on God, last janky stream we will ever have ever. If nothing else happens between now and next Tuesday, I will master the process of streaming software. Swear to God. Okay. So let's see. We've got who else? Crazy, what's up? Brian White, how you doing, man? Sean McDonald, Abigail Pierce. Very soon, Rat King. So, question for you guys. So as far as the channel goes, the first thing I need to fix, obviously, priority one is the janky stream. Okay, that number one. Number two, my question for you guys is because I can do this, is I can do a metal complex style where I do a blind unboxing of something, and then like within a couple of days I do a full review of it, or I can do what I'm doing now, which is where I unbox the knife. Or I don't unbox it, but like I've handled it, spent a little bit of time with it, and then I just do like a 15-minute review on it. Can you guys tell me in chat what your thoughts are? Would you guys rather me do like the 2 videos a day, like MC does, or where I just do the 1 video a day, kind of like what I'm doing now? Thank you, laid off Pete. All right. Thank you, some way. You like what's going on right now? Fook Dussel. Get more content if it's a quick preview and then a detailed review. Ralph Robertson, one video is a good start. MC, single video. Okay. So then what I'll do, oh, that's a good point. None for now. You're subscribed to a lot of people, so one is the preference. Okay. So I can get hip with that. Okay, so then I'm just going to work on, I think for now, I'm just going to work on fine tuning the one video a day because I'm in that same position where I'm sub to like 30 different knife reviewers. And what I'll do is I'll watch my priority ones like same day. And then I kind of have to like trickle through the rest of them whenever I get time to. And like, cause I want to see them all, but like we've all got our top five, six, you know what I'm saying? So I feel that. Dwayne Letterman, what's up, my man? William William Humbostel, what's going on, man? You didn't miss nothing. Just a janky beginning to the stream and me getting some feedback from the squad. Gone fishing. Yeah, yeah. I think that is the best way to do it. That makes sense. Okay, and the other thing is, um, so I've got just a metric ton of knives from specific brands. So what I did was I did basically all the Wixcos. What's up, Scott? I did all the Wixcos in a row, and then next I've got a pile of Poikilo, and then after that I've got a pile of Tuya. Do you guys mind if it's the same brand like a few days or a week in a row, or do you guys want it to be like one from one brand, one from another, where it's kind of like a rotation? Got it. Okay, good enough for me. What I'll do then is today and tomorrow are both set for the final Wixcos, but then after that, I'll go into just a variety of different knives. All right. Now, since we don't have a virtual desktop, like I can't just put my screen on screen for you guys to see because I'm using this physical webcam. I still have some stuff I want to show you. So, in the spirit of jank, um, there was something that dropped and it's going to sell out. And I want you guys to have the opportunity to catch it if you want to. So let me put it in chat. All right, so I don't get anything for this, but I'm going to put you guys up to my screen and let you see. So this is Exceed Designs. This feels so white trashy. But all right, so this is Exceed Designs, and what he does is he specializes in making like utility blades and making. Um, Here, let me get it on the screen. Okay, there we go. I tried to line the screen up. But he just dropped the Tyrant Ultra utility knife about 15 minutes ago. So it's expensive, but it is the greatest utility blade that's ever been made, ever existed, literally ever. So the link's in the chat if you guys want to check it out. Once again, not an affiliate link, but you guys can go in and customize if you want like an integral backspacer, what your hardware looks like, if you want skiffs and all that kind of stuff. So if you're really into utility knives, or if you were looking to drop, 170 to 300 bucks, I promise these are going to be gone in like no time. So um, now don't get me wrong, like $300, $200 box cutter is not for everybody, but there are people that love those because people buy the Rook, right? Or not the Rook, the other one, the Serge Panchenko box cutter, right? So and that thing's like 500 bucks. All right, so just making you guys aware of that. Bringing you back down. Okay. Yeah, Mister, you got two V3s. Okay, very cool. How do you like it? Yeah, and then for now, I think I would prefer washers as well. But skiffs, just having them as an option is pretty sweet. But since this thing's compatible with skiffs, you could put skiff thick washers in it too. Um, but I've owned the Aver, and that's been the only thing I've owned from them. But I did a review on it, and you know, to this day, I still think it's the best knife you can get for right at 200 bucks. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about Wixco. We are doing a Wixco giveaway tonight. So I'm going to open all of these up, kind of show them to you guys, um, talk about them a little bit. I'm going to post a link for them in chat. That way, if you guys decide you want to get one, you're more than welcome to. It will be an affiliate link, but more important than whatever couple of bucks it would be is if I do well with Wixco, then I get to work with Monster, and I think that would be pretty dope. So I'm not saying buy a knife you don't want, but I am saying that if you guys do decide to buy one of the knives I show you, then definitely use my link for it. That way, it earns me points with Monster because Monster is like whereas Wixco is like Civivi, right? They have that same parent company, budget company relationship. All right, give me 1 sec. I'm grabbing my link. And then the code is S7. I try to make it as short as possible if you guys want to get the 10% off. Now, originally, um, we were going to go shopping on their stream together, or not on their stream, but on their website together, and look at the more budget-oriented options that they have because they're pretty dope. Because I got the most expensive version of everything that they have, and whenever I'm talking about a budget brand, but then I'm talking about $100, that doesn't always jibe well with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we were going to take a look at their, 50, 60, $70 options. But unfortunately, because of the jank, I can't walk you guys through that. So we'll just take a look at the models I have, and then if you guys have questions about them or anything like that, we can go through it. So first, we're going to do the Axor, and I do have reviews for each of these. Two reviews are yet to go up, or I think I have one more going up tomorrow. But this is their Axor. Um, this is the budget version. I think they only have budget versions of the Axor, but um, I mean, it was really the crazy blue that really caught me. Um, it does have a paint coating on the blade. I imagine that wouldn't take too long to come off. But it's like 58 bucks after discount. And I think of all the knives, this one probably has the best action. And I don't know, maybe that paint coating will stay on. I kind of want to test it Here, I'll test it down here. That way, if somebody wins this, they're not too ticked off. But I think we need to do it for science. Hold on. Okay, the paint coating will not stay on. You can see I put a little line to the right of 14C28N. It's just a little bitty line there. So I would expect this paint to peel like over the course of like the first. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I would not have any faith in the paint, but at the same time, you know, I would say for the 58 or whatever bucks you're spending after discount, it's fine. Most of the time, you wouldn't even get a coating on your blade. Now, one thing I'll say is that Wixco has a very specific theme going through their knives. What they do is they keep it under 100 bucks. They use 14C 28N for everything. This is the Vortex. This is one of my favorites. Um, they heat treat their 14C 28N to between 58 and 60, which for 14C is fine. And you guys probably already know that, but I know I used to be scared anytime I heard of a heat treat under 60. But that's really more for like 20 CV, M390, Magna Cut. Those are the ones you don't want under 60. But 14C does just fine. So with the Vortex, this is an actual PVD coating. So PVD is a tough coating. This isn't something I would leisurely be able to scratch off. I'm not going to try because I already know how PVD works. But for me, it's what is it? To me, this looks like a budget voodoo. This looks like a poor man's voodoo to me. Hey, Terrence, what's up, my man? Yeah, this looks like a Null Knives voodoo, just super budget, right? Um, this is a crazy, crazy nice carbon fiber. I really enjoy the hawkbill. Yeah, I like this knife. I know a lot of people don't like the hawkbill because it's a recurve, which means it's going to be harder to sharpen. I totally feel that. This is one that you get really for the style, in the aesthetic. But so they've got their heat treat. They stay under 100 bucks. Everything is 14C28N, and everything's relatively edgy. And that's kind of the general theme they have throughout their entire brand. This one's the Skort. This one is by far my favorite. I'm tempted to pull this one out of the giveaway because I want to keep it, but if I want to keep it that bad, it's probably a sign that I should give it away because it's that cool. So this one's got the most heft. Um, it's got the purple uh, carbon fiber. Well, it's got purple hues mixed in. They call it shred carbon fiber. I don't know if it's a shred carbon fiber. To me, it looks like a matte marble carbon fiber, but whatever. Hopefully, you guys can see it okay. And then I mentioned this in the video, but like if you guys just look at the profile, take away the flipper tab, it's got this is what like every custom knife that I like looks like, right? It's got a little bitty poon, it's got thumb studs, it's got this exact same silhouette. Like this is the like most I don't know. This is like the pumpkin spice latte of the knife world. You know what I'm saying? This is like the most basic type of custom you can get. Um, but big fan of this. I would delete the flipper if I kept it. Flipper action is a little. It's not quite as good as the thumb studs. And then I did mention it in my most recent video. Um, all of the knives that have a flipper tab have some double clutch, which means if you get all the way to the top here and you go to disengage and you don't let it fall, you're going to be stuck just sitting here, right? So to get around that, you just come a little bit lower, disengage down here, let it fall, and then you get that nice drop shut action. All right, let me see what the chat's doing. Darkwater, what's up, man? Good to have you. Gabe Harlan, how's it going? Waylon, what's up, man? I also enjoy the hint of purple Shay. I do like that. Um, let's see. We got Zero Bytes 2000. How's it going? Abigail, I'm not a little slow. No, I'm kidding. I am a little slow. You're right. You're right. Call it how you see it. Alex Kerber, what's up, man? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Paul has entered the building. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, man. It's the flipper. The flipper's got to go. And it looks clean, too. The flipper looks out of place. That looks ridiculous. It looks so clean, just like this. See, if it didn't have that flipper, the blade would fall right down. I'd catch it on my thumb. And look at that controlled drop shut. See, that's incredible. Yeah, this one, yeah, obviously this one's by far my favorite. All right. So this one is the Pexton. This video is yet to go up. This is the one that's going to go up tomorrow. Now the Pexton, this one's like all business. This one also, okay, also needs the delete, right? So whoever, if somebody wins this, send it to Paul. Um, the flipper tab action is fine, but we're still, well, actually, no, I came down far enough for that. Let me try it again. There we go. So we're stuck, right? We hit that double clutch. So I come down a little bit lower, disengage it here. And now, there we go. Yeah, this one is, like I said, this one's really all business. Um, take off the flipper tab, and it looks like a profile that we've all seen many times before. Although it does look better without the flipper tab, but it does have, still the 14C28N, the solid heat treat. It's got good action. It's all aluminum, and it's got like this gray blue hue. This one also has well, here, let me say this. Every other blade here that's black, other than the first knife, these are all PVD, right? Only one of them was paint. So PVD, PVD, PVD. But this one's got a handsome clip point. There's really not a whole lot else to say about it. It's pretty simple, and we've all seen this knife a million times. I do like it quite a bit. It's got good action. It just needs to not have the flipper. And let me clear this area off a little bit. That way it's not all cluttered. All right, and the very last one is the Drax. Now this one actually surprised me quite a bit. I was pretty surprised because I'm not a crossbar fan, not usually, because crossbars don't have detents. The only thing that you're overcoming whenever you flip open a crossbar, you're overcoming the springs, right? So instead of having a detent ball and the pressure of a liner lock or a frame lock, if you watch you're just overcoming those springs. So what happens is you're not getting a crisp break. You're getting more of a push, like, you just kind of like push it open type of action. But also these springs really, in general, these springs aren't that strong. Like I've got a titanium Kershaw over here. So if you look at this, Okay, so this is the titanium Kershaw. Everybody says, look how smooth this crossbar is. It's so smooth. No, it's not smooth. There's no friction. There's no friction. That's not smooth. That's the lack of friction. Like if I wave my hand in the air, I'm not going to say that's so smooth because I'm not coming in contact with anything. I might touch a blanket and say, "Oh, that's really like soft," or I'll touch this and I'll say, "Oh, that's smooth." That's because I'm coming in contact with something. So like if you like this, that's fine, but it's just floppy. There's nothing crispy about it. With this though, I'm not flopping all over the place. So why is that? It's because there's actual friction there. Well, there's actual friction whenever you have a detent. So I actually like this knife quite a bit because it feels like there's tension. It feels like there's pressure. It feels like I'm overcoming more than just a spring. But also, the marble carbon fiber is like super good. Now, this is one of the 99-ish dollar knives, 97.99. And then obviously with the 10% code, drops down to about $90. And $90 is not budget territory, right? I think most of us have kind of adopted the $75 and below is budget, and above that is not. At the same time, though, because there's a lot of companies that'll give you 14C 28N and carbon fiber for $100. But I think what you're getting here, one, is something that feels like a detent, but two, you're getting 14C 28N at an optimum heat treat. And considering a lot of companies don't tell us what their heat treat is, or they have a copy and paste. I'm not going to say names, but there's some companies you go to their website and they'll say, oh, we're heat treated 60 to 62. But they say that for every single steel on their website. And it's like, well, that's not good. It's like, did you just copy and paste that? Like, is that the heat treat you have for, your D2 and the heat treat that you have for your 14C and the heat treat you have for your M390? You just do them all the exact same. So, I think when you factor that in, um, and the fact that this is a newer company, I appreciate the style. I appreciate the transparency. Um, and for $90 after discount, I can recommend this. I would recommend this to my grandmother. She's not around anymore, but if she was, I'd recommend this to her. The only complaint that I've seen with the company was on, outside of the double clutch that I mentioned, was on this guy. I can't remember who it was. They might be in chat, but they said that this felt so light that it felt cheap, right? And I will say that it feels like bug out light, right? So, and I can see where that person's coming from because, like, when you have it in hand, it feels like there's nothing there, right? And to some people, that equals cheap. They want some heft. So, if that's you, then this model right here might not be something you like. In reality, the weight reduction is coming from the milling on the inside and the carbon fiber scales. But like it does feel like nothing, right? But if you don't mind the weight on this one and you don't mind the double clutch on the flippers and the price is something that fits in your budget, then I can say that from a fit and finish standpoint, and a quality of materials for the price standpoint, I can recommend these guys. It really comes down to which model is best for you. So, like, I would say I strongly recommend this one. This one or a cheaper version of it, but this one, strongly recommend. Um, this one, it's fine, but like, you can also just get a pyrite that looks the same, right? Like, this is good, but whenever I look at it, I just see a pyrite. Button lock pyrite. And um, yeah, so I mean, it's a great knife if you just ignore the fact that the pyrite exists. But then whenever you think you can get the steel pyrite for like $40, then it's like, meh. The crossbar lock, if detent matters to you, 100%. Strongly recommend their crossbar lock. And the other one we had was this guy, the guy that scratches easy. Um, this guy's awesome for the $58, 14C, good heat treat. Yeah, this paint is going to scratch up probably after your first 4 or 5 boxes, but it's hefty. They've got chamfering in here, like little launch pads. Like this one, I just as a beater, just as a stylish beater, yeah, I can recommend this one. I mean, I can recommend all of them. It's just, how much do I recommend them? But I think you guys know enough about these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pouch them back up off camera. We're going to run a number game where I'll think of a number. You guys will pick the range. And then whoever wins is going to pick 1 through 5. And then we'll show everybody which knife they won. And even though I love this one with all my heart, I am going to put it as part of the giveaway just because I feel like that's kind of the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? All right. Oh, and then just full transparency. I got to pick one knife for free, right? So this is the knife I picked for free, and then the other 4 that I have, I purchased just like anybody else would. And for anybody wondering if I'm shilling a little bit, yes, I am because I do want to get to work with Monster. But with that being said, look, if I listen to a reviewer and I buy something and I feel like they were disingenuous or dishonest with me, I'm literally never going to listen to them again, right? Like if Tri-State says, "Oh, this knife is the most amazing thing ever," and then I buy it, and like the ergonomics aren't what he said, or the action that he said was awesome sucks, then like I'm still gonna watch him, but like I'm never gonna take his recommendation again. So, yes, I do gain if you guys click that link and buy something, but more important, infinitely more important than that is having a sustainable, trusting, loving community, right? And that's ultimately what everyone's goal should be, right? I've been in the community for a couple of years now. I love it. And I wouldn't risk the bonds and the relationships I've formed for anything. With that being said, though, use the link. All right, almost unboxing these guys back up. The number range is going to be 1 to 200. And if I have any mods in chat, if you guys could post that, it's between the number 1 and 200. And I'm going to write the number down, and then I will tell you guys when to go. And even if I don't have any mods in chat, somebody post that. Here we go. All right. And I've got the number written down. It's going to be the person who gets the closest to it without going over. And on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, go. And we'll go for, let's see, how many people do we have in here? Oh, 50. Okay. Wow. That's wild considering how janky the stream. You know what I'm saying? Like 50 is going to be cool whenever I'm like not all jacked up, but to have 50 now, even to the jank, is pretty sweet. All right. All right, so I'm mixing the knives up now off camera. That way even I don't know which is which. And then the winner is going to send me an email. They're going to have a screenshot of their YouTube page with their name in it, and then your address and your first and last name, and then I will get your package out tomorrow. All right. Yeah, it was no, it's the number 1 through 200. The number 1 through 200. Yeah, so it's the number 1 through 200. So the range is 200 in total, 1 through 200. There we go. Hey BDC, what's up, man? TC Blades, hey, even if you're only here for a second, spit out a number from 1 to 200. That way you have a chance to win. 1 through 200. All right, we're going to give it 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, continuing with the jank. I didn't have any paper up here, so I wrote it on some trash. And the number is 177. 177. So, guys, help me scroll up and find 177 or the closest to it. Thank you, Futu. So I appreciate that. Oh, okay. So Kelly's mishmash is she has 177 on the dot. Mm, anybody else? So I think that's the only person who got it. Yeah, I think she's there. I think she won. I think that's it. Kelly's mishmash. Are you in here with us? Hey, okay, yeah, all right, sweet, she's here. All right, Kelly, let me give you my. I'm gonna post my email in chat, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So which one would you like? All right, so you want number 3, right here? All right. It's not heavy. Hmm. Okay. Can you guys see it? No, not yet. All right, Kelly. I hope you like the color blue. Ow. I hope you like the color blue because you got the Vortex. So this is all yours. I'm going to get it packed up. You send me your address and a screenshot of your YouTube login, and I'll get it shipped out tomorrow. All right. All right, guys. With that, we've got about 6 minutes before Tri-State's stream starts, so you guys have a few minutes to, hit the bathroom, get a snack, do whatever you need to. My ask is that you guys hit the like button if you would before you leave, because that does all the stuff it does, helps out the algorithm and stuff. And then next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to do it again, minus the jank. So help me God. All right, guys. Oh, hey, Rob, what's up, man? Hey, guys, we have a celebrity in. That's awesome. Rob, I appreciate you, man, big time. Thank you for stopping by. We just did the giveaway, so we're ending it now, but next Tuesday at 6. I'd love to have you here, man. Um, but otherwise, yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you. Have an amazing night. All the love and support is tremendous. Nothing but love for the fam, and have a good night. Bye.